Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Gary Pure and Associates and our vendors, I bid you a warm welcome on a cool day, but in a warm environment now, inside the home. We're auctioning today at 79 Mortimore Street, Bentleigh. My name is Gary Pure. I'm one of the directors of the company. Assisting me, we have this trio of wonderful professionals. I'll call them that. You can form your own opinion. But we have Maya Andola over here. We have Leo Gouzenfiter here. We have Leo Bar over here. All here to help you if you have any questions. You might have questions about the documentation, the property, or the bidding process. Any questions at this stage, put up your hand, and Maya, Leon, or Leo will gladly come over and help you out. In the meantime, I'll get down to my job, which is to run the auction. To do so, I need to read the rules of the auction, which states that the auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that are made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for a property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder, as the auctioneer will indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids and prohibits major disruptions by bidders and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding and provides fines for this conduct. The rules permit vendor bids, and the words I use during the auction to indicate I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid. By law, only I as the auctioneer can make a vendor bid. So the most important message in all of that convoluted legal jargon is to understand, once I knock the property down as sold, I'm unable to take any further bids after that point in time. Got a brochure there for me just for a quick moment. Thank you. The documentation has been on display. I'm not going to bore you by reading through it all, but I am going to bore you by reading through just the particulars of sale page. States that the agents are, thankfully, us, Gary Pure and Associates, situated in Bentleigh, also Murrumbeena, Carnegie, Caulfield and St Kilda. Not that it's noted here, but just in case you want to sell those areas, we are available. We are selling the property that we're standing inside of today. 79 Mortimer Street, Bentleigh. We sell the property pretty much with everything you see here, except, of course, the furniture. It is available today to be settled on in 30 days. We sell under auction conditions, so unless any other arrangements have been made, it's a 30-day settlement. And in 30 days' time, the property will be cleared of all of the furniture, the property will be cleared of all of the real estate agents, and you'll be able to move in and call this your home. There's inside the contract or attached to the contract, there's a vendor statement with a variety of notices and certificates. The good news for you is I'm not going to bore you by going through all that. If you want to see through it, a number of you have called for it. No one's had any questions. It's all very straightforward. So, they're all the legalities, they're all the formalities, that's all the boring stuff. Let's get down to the more interesting part of the day and find out, of course, who's going to purchase 79 Mortimer Street, Bentleigh, and for how much. Love selling in this area. I have to say that we opened our business in the early or mid-1980s, I should say, and in the mid-1980s we decided we were going to sell in all the best areas of Melbourne, and Bentleigh was one of them. And since that time I've been spruiking Bentleigh, saying, I reckon Bentleigh's undervalued. I reckon Bentleigh's got a lot of growth in it. I reckon Bentleigh has got so many great amenities. People haven't quite awoken to the great suburb that is Bentleigh. And this is a fantastic part of the world. There's beautiful homes, but what's been happening now in Bentleigh is it's gone from good to great to outstanding. There are great cafes in Bentleigh. There are great sporting amenities in Bentleigh. We're known, of course, to be on the doorstep of so many wonderful schools. It's not hard to get to the city from here. It's not that hard to get to the beach from here. And of course, in terms of shopping centres, well, there's some great ones around. Centre Road, Bentleigh, obviously one of the best. You can jump in the car, get down to Southland, not too far, and even Chadston's not too far away. So we know we're in a great location. Very rare to be able to buy a home that, in my opinion, is an oversized home. 4 bedrooms plus study. Move straight into. Beautiful parcel of land. And the other benefit and blessing that this home has is the fact that it's got this huge block, faces north, and parking. Well, I think Leon's been very conservative, saying too, or if you could get a fleet of cars in this driveway and garage, that's certainly plenty of parking opportunity. Established garden, great opportunity, great flowing living area. Family, meals, lounge, set it up however you wish, but certainly, and I love this alfresco area as well. Our vendors are interstate, they've moved interstate, otherwise they wouldn't dream of selling this home. It's been a home that they've loved and cherished, and certainly it is one of the rare opportunities that you see in the marketplace. Now, our problem as agents is your problem as buyers. There's just not much around. A lot of vendors are saying to us, we just really feel or know, in their view, the property prices are going to go up because interest rates are coming down, things have been a bit flat, and they do go up, and we know that. So they're saying to us, when it goes up that another $200,000, Leon, give us a call then we're going to sell. And we're getting closer to making that call because we're seeing the market is on the move. So for those of you that are hoping for July to be a month to buy properties, probably the skinniest month of the year in terms of listing offerings. And spring, we are listing for spring now, but we're down about 25% from this time last year. And last year wasn't a great year in terms of volume either. So there's just not that much coming through, unfortunately. And that's going to be a problem for you as buyers. And probably we're going to see price increases in spring as well. So the smart money buys now, buys in winter, buys homes that have got great accommodation, buys homes that are in good locations, buys homes that have got, of course, big land and north facing and private gardens like this. This is a winner, a tick in every box, 4-bedroom plus study. And I've got to say that to be able to buy a home like that, even anywhere around or under $2 million, is very, very opportune in my opinion. Last weekend we sold 94% of our auctions. The week before I think we were 90%. We've been selling 90% just about week in, week out. We can't replace our listings at the rate we're selling. So we're seeing now is the time to buy. And I've got to say, this is a pretty good one to buy out there in the marketplace. In fact, an outstanding opportunity. 79 Mortimore Street, Bentleigh. One thing this home hasn't got, and that's an unrealistic vendor, an unrealistic reserve price. Our vendor, like every vendor, would love to get a record price for their home today, and we couldn't blame them for that. Some vendors give us a reserve that's at a record level. We have a realistic reserve, we have a vendor interstate that says, we've moved on with our life, let this be someone else's joy, so we are here to sell, make no mistake about it. Who'd like to make the first offer? I don't mind where we start. 79 Mortimer Street, Bentleigh will soon be on the market, and announced on the market at the moment. It's your opportunity to jump in and buy. Or would you like me to go through all that again? Something tells me you would rather that I didn't. Just a feeling I've got. Who'd like to go first? I don't mind where we start. You won't offend me, you won't upset me, you won't insult me. Happy to take a bid anywhere at all. Or I can start you with the vendor bid to give you some direction, because maybe some of you had a big Friday night, maybe some of you are Sydney Swan supporters, aren't feeling so good today. So we'll start with a vendor bid at 1,625. I think we're pretty safe at that. At $1,625,000, as low as that. Happy to start and bring you in at 1,625. Your 1,7 would be good, 1,8. And I've got to say 2 million's a nice even number, just if you're thinking about all your options. At 1,625, you're 50 if you want to buy. Happy to take that as an opening bid from you to give you some guidance. At $1,625,000, bids with us at the moment, the opportunity is yours. At $1,625,000 and 50 if you like. At 1,625, I can't sell it to you telepathically. You need to put up your hand. That's how options work as long as I've been doing it. At $1,625,000 then, first call at 1,625. If you're here to buy, you need to tell me and show me who you are. Round about now would be good. At 1,625. At 1,650, thank you, Leon. At 1,650,000, and you, sir and madam, get the cookies. At 1,650,000, good luck. The champagne's waiting for when you successfully purchase. At the moment, you just got the cookies at 1,650,000, and very limited edition. Those bags, we only got 10,000 of those bags, so don't let go of that so quickly. Very special. At 1,650,000, bids with you. At 1,650,000, your opportunity, your bid, and your home if nobody else joins in. At $1,650,000 only. At $1,650,000, bids quite relaxed, seated over there. At that price, I think you can be very relaxed. At $1,650,000, looking for 75. At $1,650,000, bids over here then, your property with no increase at $1,650,000, 75 anywhere at all. First call, good luck, right place, right time at $1,650,000. Second call at $1,650,000. Third and final call. Are you all finished, all silent, all done, prepared to miss it? They'd love you to keep your hand down, but it won't help you to buy a home. At $1,650,000, once, twice, third and final call, all finished, all silent, all done, prepared to miss it. 75. At 1,675. At 1,675. Remind me not to get you to take me to the airport when I'm going overseas with your late timing, sir. At 1,675, good luck to you. At $1,675,000 over here with Team Meyer. At 1,675 versus
1,7, Gary.
Team Leon at 1,7 now. at 1,700,000. I think we should have started around here at 1.7 bids here against you. At 1,700,000 now. The good ones are worth fighting for. At 1,700,000. The auctions you come to is just me, Leon, Maya, the neighbour and a dog. You don't want to be bidding for those. At $1,700,000. Bids here at 1.7 against you, and others are welcome to join in at 1,700,000 at the moment. Gentlemen, you are attending their housewarming party. At 1,700,000, but you can still be the host and not the guest. At 1,700,000, bids over here. At 1,700,000, and others are welcome to join in anytime you like, by the way. At $1,700,000. Bids over here at 1.7 with our opening bidder. Good to be the first bidder, but better to be the first and the last. At 1.7. Bids over here at $1,700,000. Would you like to come in?
Five over here, Gary.
At 5. Is that just for me personally, or for the cookies, or for the house? Just trying to work it out. At 1,705. Okay, it's an expensive bag of cookies. You've paid $1,705,000 for the cookies, and you've got a house for free at the moment. At 1,705. Good luck. Welcome to the auction at 1,705. At 1,705. Bidder number 3. At 1,705. At 1,705 now.
15.
At 1,715. At 1,715. At 1,715. You're always going to have to be in this position sometime when you buy a house with some other annoying auctioneer driving you crazy. I'm that guy today. At $1,715,000. Bids over here at 1,715. A lot of land and a lot of house here for 1,715 in my opinion. At 1,715. Wonderful home, ready to move into, in my view, at 1,715. If you want to further improve it, you can, but you don't have to. It's a livable, lettable, comfortable, lovely home. At 1,715. Bids here against you. Others can join at 1,715. 20, can I say? No, just the one bid today, just for the cookies. At 1,715, bids over here at 1,715 against you at 1,715,000. I'm happy to take the 5 again to 20 if you like. At 1,715, but at the moment it's all theirs. At 1,720, can I say? Bids over here at 1,715. Love to have you back at $1,715,000. First call at 1,715, bids over here. Second call at 1,715. Third and final call, bids over here, 20. At 1,720. Very safe at this price. 1,720. At 1,730. At 1,730. It's always going to be like that, every auction. Just got to work out how much you want to pay, just go there. At 1,730, bids over here. And if you buy today, you don't have to do this anymore on the weekend. To buy this, you don't have to look at realestate.com, domain.com, or the best of them all, garypeer.com. You can avoid them all. At 1,730, the bids here at the moment. At 1,730. And 5. At 1,730, bids over here. Or 10's even better. At 1,730 over here at the moment with Team Leon versus Team Leor. At 1,730. That's the bid. At 1,730. And Maya, you're disappointing the team at the moment. At 1,730, bids over here at 1,730. Bids quite clearly here. Your opportunity at the moment at $1,730,000. Bids here. Once at 1,730. Twice at 1,730. Third and final call. 35, welcome back. At 1,735. At 1,735.
45.
At 45 now. At 1,745. At 1,745. They've got their limit, that might be it, or just go to 1,8, buy it and walk away if it doesn't happen. At 1,745, bids over here at 1,745. Bids with you, against you, and bidder over here. At least 3 here. I'd be happy to see a 4th. At 1,745, that's the bid at the moment. At $1,745,000, bid is here at 1,745, seated and relaxed, good luck to you. At 1,745, you'll be getting your weekends back. At $1,745,000. Bid is here against you. Maybe 1,750 is their limit. You never know. Let's go there, let's find out. 1,745 is the bid at the moment. At 1,745, bid is here. First call, your bid, your opportunity, good luck at 1,745. Second call, 1,745,000 and 50. Welcome back, I missed you. At 1,750. Bids over here. There's no rush, but I've got dinner plans at 7 tonight.
60, Gary.
At 1,760 now. At 1,760. Bids here at 1,760. At 1,760. Bids here against you and here at 1,760,000. Bids over here at 1,760,000, the business end of the auction. At 1,760,000 against you, others still welcome to join. At 1,760,000, we know the heating works well in this home, beautiful and warm. At 1,760,000, the bid is over here with our original bidder. At $1,760,000 then, first call at 1,760. Second call at 1,760, not too late to jump back in yet. Second call. Third and final call. Bids over here, $1,760,000. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to have a quick break, quick recess. We'll be back out to reopen the auction in just a few moments' time. Thank you.
Gary will be on the market soon. They've got plenty of them. They'll stand up for the moment. I'll see how many people in the crowd. Right, how many's in the crowd? It is a big crowd. Is it close?
Daddy, not a question.
What's up there? Is it 450? There's a lot of options.
Some options are longer than others. Others go for ages. You've been to all sorts. You've been more than me. See the garage?
This one won't have 9 bidders. Charles Block.
That's an exception.
That one had 9 bidders. This one won't. That's 3 now. 3
You
now.
only need one. You only need one person to buy it. That's it.
Three.
One buyer. Bidders,
How many
the buyer. So one person will bid.
How many bidders?
And they'll negotiate. And then if it doesn't sell, they'll negotiate with the person. The
They're not
highest
going to
bid.
get past it.
Never. They'll sell it. Don't worry.
Can we go to Pier Street? Leo Bass. Bentleigh. See the Bentleigh.
It'll be a family home for 3 or 4
This
people.
is Leo Bass area.
Yeah. It's a Bentleigh office, Gladys. It's a Bentleigh office does this. Pier Street's probably the Gary or Wrong Road office. St Kilda's St Kilda.
Everyone has to come in. Tell him.
Yeah, but they can hear it. No, okay.
There's enough room.
There's plenty of room.
And they haven't finished the auction.
No,
We're not over yet.
nowhere near it.
We're not over yet. Leo Bar got another inspection next. Another one next.
She's going to say it's back on the market.
Might be on the market.
No, it's not. It doesn't matter, guys.
It's 3 bidders.
Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. It's never an easy decision to part with good real estate. I'm under a lot of pressure to sell this house, but I'm being recorded by this gentleman over here today who is going to quite a live stream it somewhere, and if I don't perform, I could be in a lot of trouble with I don't know who. But it won't be $760,000. The bids with you, sir and madam, at 1,760. You were there at the start, you've been there all the way. I did say at the start of the auction, we have a vendor that's commercial, reasonable and realistic. They are interstate and they've moved on with their lives, but they have also loved this home for over 10 years. It's been a labour of love. They've absolutely loved every moment of living here. It's going to be somebody's future, their home, and a future opportunity. And at $1,760,000, Gunny, we are.
On the market and selling.
And we're selling, okay. That's our young mascot. We don't do anything without him, the chairman of the board, sitting there telling us that everything's okay.
Yeah.
So $1,760,000. Where's the bid, Gunny?
On the market.
And who's the bid with?
Leon.
Okay, $1,760,000. Bids over here at $1,760,000. The property is being sold. We are at the point of no return. We are going all the way, and I have to say, this is great value. If you came here today with a limit in mind that's around this or a little bit less, go a little bit extra, because this will be the one you'll look back to and say, we could have bought that, we should have bid just a little bit more. Now is the moment of truth. At $1,760,000, it's the business end of the option. The keys are in your pocket at the moment. We are
On the market and selling.
1,760. Bids over here at $1,760,000. 65? 65. Welcome back. Now you're going to be buying the house at $1,765,000.
75, Gary.
At 75 now. At $1,775,000, and what a great buy. 80's better. At $1,780,000. Let's just go to 18. At $1,790,000. At 1,790, let's go to 18. Let's be the first one there. Maybe that does it for you. You never know. 1801 would be a good strategic bid. Mess with their mind a little bit, maybe. At 1,790, the bid's over here. At 1,790, I'd love to have you back, gentlemen. At 1, and it's not too late. We haven't sold it yet. At $1,790,000. Bids over here with our original bidder. Been there from the start. At 1,790. On the market and selling. Bids over here with you. Good luck. At $1,790,000. Bids over here. They're relaxed, they're warm, they're calm, and so they should be buying this house for this price, because this is a buy. At $1,790,000. 95 now. At 1,795. Let's go to 18. 10. At 18 bids here. 1810 could be the bid. At 1,800,000. Welcome back. Good luck at 1,800,000. Not just as much.
181, would you take?
I will. 1,800,000.
1,000?
Yeah, I'll take 1,000. No problem. At 1,801. I'm not one of those auctioneers to make life difficult. I'm here to help you. At it's a big house. You could all move in together, but I don't think that's the plan. At 1,801. Bids over here. At 1,800,000.
1810, Gary.
At 1810 now. At 1,810. It's the same numbers, just a different way around. At 1,810 now.
I mean, can we talk, guys?
At 1,810. Yeah, the time for that might have passed. At 1,810 bids over here. You can talk to them through us with bidding. At 1,810. Bids over here. At 1810, and we are
On the market and selling.
at $1,810,000. Bids over here. At $1,810,000, we're selling over here. If there's no further bid, at $1,810,000, and I'd love to have you back. It would be very cool if you just sat there the whole time, did nothing, and then just jumped in now. At $1,810,000, the bid's over here. At 18, 11, at 11, at 1,811, at $1,811, at 1,811.
1820.
At 1820 now. At 1820 now. At 1820, bids back with you. Good luck at 1820. Bids over here. At 1820. We're on the market and selling. We're going all the way. At 1,820,000. Bids over here. I've got your permission to sell it over here,
Yes.
anyway. At 1,820,000. But I'm just going to think maybe you'll change your mind, because you can have a little family huddle and chat. They've been good, they've been productive. At 1,820,000, the bid's over here. Have a think about it, have a chat together at 1,820,000, because maybe that's their last bid, and maybe another one. We'll find out. At 1,820,000. The bid is here. At 1,820,000, good luck to you, sir, madam, at $1,820,000. You've been there all the way. At 1,820,000. Bids over here against you. She said that she's out, so at the moment, all I'm doing is just mucking around to annoy you, really. At 1,820,000. Bids over here. At 1,820. You're definitely out. At 1,820. Bids over here. At 1,820. Bid is here. Imagine if you made one more bid and that's the bid that buys it. At 1,820. Bids over here. If you can afford to do it, you're out. Are you sure? 100%? Definitely? Don't look so sure. 1,820. The bids over here. First call at 1,820. You're out, coming back? You sure? Do we have your name and phone number and details? Do we have all your details? Because we're going to call you every day for the rest of your life now. You're crazy, you know that. And 1,820, definitely right. Thanks for your bidding today. We look forward to helping with something else. Thanks for coming. at 1,820,000. Bids over here at $1,820,000. 21 now. And that's why they pay me the big money, sir, madam. At 1,821,000. The bids back over here at 1821.
1830, Gary.
At 1830 now. At 1,830,000. That's the way to do it. Throwing in the heavy artillery. Going all in at 1,830,000. Bids over here. At 1830 now. On the market and selling. Bid is here. At 1830. Bids there. 1830, selling to you. At 1,830,000, it's all happening over here in the family area and the lounge over here. Up to your bid. It's been lovely to have you all here, but you've been a bit disappointing as far as the bidding's going, let's face it. At 1,830,000, the bid's over here. At 1830, we are on the market and selling. First call then at 1830. Second call at 1830, bids over here. Third and final call. All finished. All silent, all done. Don't miss it for another one. Bid is here. $1,830,000. It's looking good. Against you at the moment.
Will you take 500?
1830 and a half. I will. At 1830 and a half. There's always that person at every auction, sir, madam. They're that person for you, and you're that person for them. And I'm just the guy that gets in the middle and makes a mess of everything. At 1,830,500. Bids over here. At 1830 and a half. Bids here at 1835, shall I say? At 1830 and a half. The bid is here. At 1830 and a half. Bids over here with you.
1835, another 4,500, Gary.
$1,835,000 at 1835. The bid's here now at 1835. Against you, 1835. Bids over here, it's the family area versus the kitchen at 1835. Bids over here at 1835 on the market and selling here at 1835. There, you're going to have a think about it. I'm still going to look and appeal to you to bid, but I know I'm not going to get anywhere. That one we're at 835. That bid's down here, over here at the moment. And a half. At 1835 and a half. And on it goes. At 1835 and a half. We'll get lunch delivered in here at 12:30 if we're still here. At 1835 and a half. Bids over here. At 1835 and a half. Bids here. At 1835 and a half. Bids with you. Property's yours. If there's no further bid, good luck at 1835 and a half. Bids here.
1840.
At 1840 now. At $1,840,000. At 1840. Bids here. Against you. With Leon versus Leo. And we have a Leo in our office as well. At 1840 is the big Leon.
We need an income for that.
Which is an income. It just gets too confusing. At 1840. Bids here. Against you. Others welcome. At $1,840,000. Bids quite clearly seated and relaxed at 1840, buying the property if there's no further bid. Against you though, at 1840, still want to give you the opportunity. At $1,840,000. Bids over here. At 1840. We're on the market and we're selling it over here. At 1,840,000. You buy this, you get to sleep in next weekend. Roll up the doona, no more open for inspections, how good's that? At 1,840,000. Bids over here at 1840. On the market and selling. At $1,840,000 is the bid that buys this home. There's no further bid. First time offered in over a decade, I understand, at 1,840,000. Bids here against you. Are you out over here, madam?
Yeah.
At 1 million.
Yeah.
Sure? You've been a great bidder. At 1,840,000, you've been there, you've fought, you've given me all different instructions around the bids. You know, when I did auction school, they said, you determine the bids, you decide what they are. But then I met you and everything changed. Yeah. I just did what I was told. So 1,840,000, you're definitely out, you're happy for them to buy it, got your permission to sell it, don't want to speak to Leo about it anymore, no more family discussions. At 1,840,000, it's looking good. At $1 million for you, sir and madam, at $1,840,000. On the market and selling. The final of 3 bidders. Get ready to put your hands together and congratulate our buyers. I think they deserve it. At $1,840,000. First call at 1840 selling. Second call at 1840 selling. Not coming back. Third and final call. All finished. All sold and all done. We're on the market and we're
Selling.
at $1,840,000. The property is going. The property, ladies and gentlemen, is sold. Please congratulate our purchasers. Thank you for coming out at auction and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.
Yeah, they'll negotiate.
Give us a moment, have a seat, take a deep breath, might even take a
Congratulations. Well done.
Come on.